took a random book from the grocery store and found an interesting recipe to make. Today's recipe is cheesy cauliflower and broccoli bake. I'm not a very picky eater, but that doesn't mean I'm enjoying what I'm eating. Sometimes I strongly dislike it, and at the top of that list is cauliflower, so why I picked this one is beyond me. But I did, so here we are. The first step of the recipe was to cut and measure 4 cups of broccoli and cauliflower each, so that's what I did. I had no problems cutting up the broccoli. In fact, with my beautiful knife, it was a piece of cake, but the cauliflower, my arch nemesis, was another story. I hate touching it. It brought no joy. So according to the KonMari method, I should have just thrown it away. The worst part is that I bought 2 heads of cauliflower, and I got 4 cups from 1, so now I have another head just sitting in my fridge, waiting to rot. The next step was to grate the cheese, and my roommate had one of those fancy square graters, so I certainly felt a few leagues above myself while using it. Next was boiling the broccoli and its lesser cousin. The recipe said that it needed to be on medium heat, but the stove is kind of broken, so it's guesswork as to what medium is. It also doesn't help that I don't believe in the medium way. It's either the high way or the highway. The recipe said to boil it for 5 minutes, but I wanted to make sure that the cauliflower felt the pain of being boiled alive, so I left it in for 30. I then drained them, set them aside, and started on the cheesy sauce. The first thing was to melt the butter, which took a long time. I should have just nuked it. I can't imagine that would have affected the flavor at all. After that was to then slowly add the flour and make sure that it's properly mixed and yada yada yada. I'm not doing that. So I just dumped the flour in. The recipe wanted me to let it sit for 2 minutes, so I let it sit for 10 seconds before dumping in the milk that was supposed to be added in slowly, and just like that, I saved 3 minutes of my time. And where did that time go? Into mixing the sauce. It took way too long for my impatient, self-diagnosed ADHD mind to keep stirring for. If it weren't for the fact that I was already blasting music in my ears to try and drown out the voices, I may have gone insane. The sauce needed to be mixed until it was thick, but the recipe didn't say with how many C's, so I just kept mixing until around 2. The recipe then said to add in a can of pimentos. No. Next was to add in the cheese and stir till melted, which was easy enough. It melted much faster than I thought it would, which I thought was lovely. The sauce was then done and ready to be mixed in with the broccoli and vegetables that shall not be named. It was at this point in time that I realized I had no idea where the spatulas were. It was hotter than I expected, and burned like shit. But in extreme circumstances, sacrifices must be made. My hands were already a mess, so I had no reason to keep them clean, and I figured it'd be faster to mix them by hand anyway, so I did. The last thing to do was make the crunchy toppings, or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what the purpose of it is, but it says to make it, and since I'd been following the recipe exactly as it said all day, I wasn't about to go off script, so I made it. I got the pan, sprayed it, added the broccoli stuff by using my hands as a spatula once again, this time without the pain. I then flattened it out by giving it a jiggle and added the crunchy stuff, which was made out of Japanese panko and butter. And finally, I was at the last step. Bake the damn thing. It was at this point in time when I realized that I'd forgotten to put 2 ingredients into the sauce. The salt and mustard. Fuck. It was too late for the mustard, but I figured it'd be effectively the same thing to just put the salt on top. And finally, I was at the last step. Bake the damn thing. It needed to sit in there for 30 minutes, so during that time I decided to eat some Smarties and contemplate the hard questions of life, like, what is the point? Oh wait, it's already coming out of the oven. Nice. You can hear the sizzling as proof that I did in fact cook it, even though it looks very uncooked. Now, if I didn't know any better, I would most definitely say that this is, in fact, food. Way to go me. Yum.